Awesome. And
1, 2,
1, 2, 3,
4.
5.
That worked.
5. Okay. Little boys are just superheroes in disguise. That saying couldn't be truer. My son, Aiden, is the one person who can save me from a bad day. He has made my life sweet and has blessed me with some of the best memories. He continues to have a positive impact in my life, and he helps me become a better person. A few characteristics I would use for him would be selfless, funny, and the most loving kid I know. This past year has been very eventful with little man starting kindergarten. I was a nervous mother, to say the least. Even though he had went to daycare, I was still unsure of who he would be. Who is my little schmay going to become? Very quickly I learned that answer. He was selfless. Aiden was everything you would hope a little man would be. He was nice to his classmates, respected his teachers, and followed the rules. At the end of his school year, the teachers gave out awards. While his classmates were getting awards for things like Best Smile or Most Improved Reader, my son received the award for Most Caring. My eyes started to water, and I couldn't help but to have the biggest smile on my face. To me, this award was the best quality anyone could ever have. Another example was at a t-ball game. The other team was batting and made a hit. Every child on Aiden's team sprinted after the ball. A little girl had fallen. While every other kid wanted to be the first one to get the ball, Aiden stopped to help her and walked her back. All the parents couldn't believe what they had witnessed and just bragged on him for the rest of the game. It's that kind of selflessness that makes me want to help others. Like most 6-year-olds, Aiden has the funniest sense of humor. I swear he acts like he is 40. It could be something as simple as a toot at the wrong place, or maybe when he screams random Spanish words. But he never fails to make me laugh. Just the other week, we had went to the mall to buy some clothes. He was getting bored and wanted to leave. So what does my sweet Smay start to do? He danced. His attitude was dance like no one is watching. Except this time, everyone was watching while my baby was shaking his booty and pointing his finger to the crowd. I was laughing so hard. I admire him for that. He doesn't care if people are looking at him like he is crazy. He did it to make me smile. One of my favorite funny memories this year was when he received a grade of messy on his classwork. He was supposed to color individual fish, but instead colored the whole paper. When I confronted him about it, he started to tear up and declared in the most heartbreaking voice that there was just too many fishes. His humor can make any one of my days better. His sense of humor makes me remember that life is too short not to laugh every day. Lastly, the way this kid loves with his whole heart would make a positive impact on any person's life. I believe there is no love quite like a child's. Kids have such a beautiful innocence to them. Aiden's heart is so big, and it really makes my heart smile. He loves everything. It could be people, animals, or places. One of the sweetest things I have witnessed is when a commercial about the dogs and cats in need came on. After it was finished, he began to speak with a crack in his voice. He loved those animals and wanted to help them so badly. Another sweet story I have is while drafting this speech, I read it to Aiden. The look on his face while listening to me speak was priceless. When I had finished, I asked what he thought. His response was, "It made me sad." I was confused and couldn't understand what was so upsetting about my speech. When I finally asked him why, he told me in the sweetest voice, "It was just the most beautiful thing I have ever heard." It's that kind of love that makes me proud. My son and I have a very special bond. He would do anything for me. If I am hurting, he will be right there by my side. He sees no boundaries for his love. That is a very special thing to have, the power to love unconditionally. In conclusion, I couldn't be prouder of what this little boy is becoming. He is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Seriously though. He is the sweetest, bravest, silliest, and not to mention, most tender-hearted person ever. God has great things planned for this little one. If it's just an I love you when you're down, maybe a toot in public to make you laugh, or a simple holding your hand when you're scared. As I am witnessing the growth of my baby, I know with all my heart that he will be just fine in all aspects of life. These are the reasons that he continues to be the most positive impacts in my life.